of December 20th. I'll first begin with any identification of any media on the line.
Victoria Gray from the Journal Island News.
Good morning, Victoria. Okay, I'll now move into our next item, which is any changes, deletions, or additions to the agenda. Okay, seeing or hearing none, I'll look to a mover and seconder to adopt the agenda of general finance for December 20th. Looking to a mover in seconder, moved by Audrey, seconder.
I'll second it.
Second by Carrie. All in favor? Any opposed? Seeing or hearing none, motion is carried. We do not have any delegations for this agenda, which leads us right into our adoption of the general finance minutes of December 6th.
I'll move on the minutes.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Carrie. It's moved by Carrie. Is there a seconder?
I'll second it, Hazel.
Second by Hazel. Are there any further questions or comments? Okay, seeing or hearing none, all in favor?
Favor.
Any opposed? Seeing or hearing none, motion is carried. Leading us to our next item is recommendations from the Building and Infrastructure Committee. Recommendation 1.
I move that the Building and Infrastructure Committee recommends to the Six Nations of the Grand River to approve Chief Mark Hill to authorize and sign the Hydro One multi-service connection cost agreement. Option A, the cost for this service to be completed by Hydro One is in the amount of $34,289.52. And the source of the funds have been identified from SNH's $200,000 project site allowance. I so move.
I second the motion.
Okay, thanks, Audrey and Hazel. It's been moved and seconded. Are there any further questions or comments? Okay, seeing or hearing none, all in favor?
Favor.
Any opposed? Hearing or seeing none, motion is carried. Motion to waive second reading.
I move.
I'll second.
Moved by Audrey, second by Hazel to waive second reading. All in favor?
Favor.
Any opposed? Seeing or hearing none, motion is carried. Leading us into our next item from the Building and Infrastructure Committee is in relation to Public Works and guardrails. Recommendation 1. I'll need a mover and seconder.
I'll move. It's Melba.
Moved by Melba, seconder.
I'll second it, Hazel.
Second by Hazel. And if I could, Melba, if I could just get you to read the motion.
Oh, sorry, I can't see it right now. You have to read it yourself.
Okay, my apologies. Thanks for that, Melba. I'll do that on behalf of her. It reads, whereas the Six Nations of the Grand River Elected Council has determined that guardrails need to be installed near 2193 Six Line Road and near the intersection of First Line and Cheeseford Road for the health and safety of those residents in that area. Therefore, the Six Nations of the Grand River Elected Council approves Royal Fence Limited quote 2196 M1 dated December 7th, 2021 to install these guardrails in the amount of $79,787.55, source of funds identified as the Continuity Fund. So that's been moved and seconded. Are there any further questions or comments? Okay, seeing or hearing none, all in favor?
Favor.
Any opposed? Hearing or seeing none, motion is carried. Motion to waive second reading.
I'll waive Melba.
I second Hazel.
Okay, thank you, Melbourne Hazel. It's been moved and seconded to waive second reading. All in favor?
Favor.
Any opposed? Seeing or hearing none, motion is carried. That's all I have on my agenda. Is just wanted to confirm with Becky if there's anything further on the agenda.
Yes, there was a request from the food bank. It was added this morning.
Oh, right. Okay, thank you for that. Is there any way I don't have that in front of me at this point? So I'm just wondering if Becky or
Right.
Tammy, if you could just really quickly.
All right.
Also, just acknowledging the chat, a request from Victoria Gray from the Turtle Island News. If we can also get the request sent over to Victoria, please and thanks. Okay, in front of me now. Thank you, Becky, for sending that over. So what I'll do is just read it really quickly. I know this was a request that came in late. However, it reads a letter from the Six Nations Community Food Bank. And it reads, Dear Chief, SEO, and Council, we all know this past 2 years has been very difficult for community members. People have lost their jobs, are in isolation due to COVID, and in fear of traveling outside our community to shop for food and other necessities of life. As a result, there are more community members accessing the food bank on a weekly basis. 2 years ago, we averaged 40 to 50 visitors on food service day. This was approximately 120 to 150 community members per week. In the month of November 2021, the food bank serviced 682 visitors, or 1,599 community members. The stats to date for December are showing even higher numbers. With the arrival of COVID in March 2020, the food bank discontinued the $5 fee charge. And we have canceled our fundraising endeavors, which include the annual golf tournament and our euchre tournaments. These are financial losses to the food bank, which result in reduced dollars on hand to purchase food and look after our operational costs. Donations of food from community and outside donors helps keep the food bags full. And we have requests for water, dog and cat food, baby products, feminine products, as well as hand those items out when we have them on hand. At our board meeting dated December 14th, 2021, the board members passed a motion to reach out to the elected council for financial assistance.
Can't hear you, Mark.
Considerate food. Oh, my apologies. Sorry. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, my apologies. Just further, the letter reads on to thank you for the consideration helping the food bank maintain the service to our members and have come to expect that the mandate of the food bank is to strive to meet the short-term need for food and to find long-term solutions to end hunger within our community. So that reads the request from the food bank. Are there any questions or comments at this time? I see Nathan has his hand raised.
Yeah, thanks, Chief. And I have absolutely no problem supporting this with a financial. I just don't know what the ask is in terms of like an amount. Is it, will 10,000 suffice? Will 5,000 suffice? If we can get that figure, I'm happy to move the motion. I don't know. Or is there a standard amount that we've sent in the past? Just some logic around that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Nathan, for that question. Just before I go over to Audrey, I'm wondering if I could check in with Becky. Becky, is there, in terms of our historical support, is there a figure that we could include in the motion?
Just from the casino money, they've gotten money all the time.
Okay, is there like, is it 20,000, 25,000? I believe it was roughly around 25,000 last time I see Anna Cecile has her hand raised.
Yes, Chief. So unfortunately, there's no amount in the letter, but what this time is very different to previous years, just because of COVID. They have mentioned that the $5 that they were charging, it has been waived, and the need has greatly multiplied. So I did a quick calculation, just multiply the $5 times the increase, and it's around, I think it's around 100,000. So I think, even though, the amount that we have donated before, I don't think it compares with. We do have funding available from the COVID-19 Indigenous Community Support Fund Phase 4. And they gave us 1.6 million, but we have left around 200,000. So I don't know if we would like to go back to the fund bank and ask confirmation for the amount, or we can go forward with our own calculation.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for adding that in, Anna Cecile. I would assume that we could move forward as quickly as possible. So we're just got to figure out that what that number looks like. I see Audrey over to Michelle. Audrey, you have the floor.
Yeah, I'll second the motion, but I was going to put in a number of like 25,000 to start. And if Anna finds a higher number, that's fine too. So I second the motion.
Okay, thanks for that, Audrey. We'll just we're gonna look to the final figure here. Michelle, you have the floor.
Thank you. And so what I was going to suggest is, how about, like, I would support the 25, 50,000 to start, but our departments have funds and they provide food to, school, to families. How do we all start to work together to utilize those funds and support the food bank? I'm really trying to break down the silos. So can we also look at that? So, help the food bank out right now. But again, really look at the departments too. How can we all work together? And because I do believe our departments have funds for food.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point, and we'll look to that as well, Michelle. So just wanted to look to the mover and seconder. We did hear from our CFO, we do have funds available within our COVID-19 community relief fund. So I'm wondering just now to the mover on what you would like to put in, insert, whether it be 25,000 or 50,000 at this time. Then if there's a further need, we would work with the food bank on that, in addition to Michelle's suggestion as well. Just wanted to look to, sorry, I see Nathan might be having some connection issues. I just seen he left the room. Is there another, or Audrey, are you willing to move it now?
Yes.
And then we'll look to another seconder.
I'll second.
I think we can start with 25,000, then really work closely with the food bank. If they need more, then we inject it, another 25,000. I'll move.
Mark, it's Hazel.
Okay, so okay, just really quickly, I have a mover to that effect for 25,000 at this time. And then we will work with them if there's additional support needed in the time. So that's been moved by Audrey, seconded by Michelle. Any further questions or comments, Hazel?
Yeah, I just would like to say that that's a good start to give the 25 now. And I would also ask the departments for any extra monies that they may have in order to support the food bank due to the current situation of COVID, and they couldn't really perform fundraising opportunities. So I would ask the departments now if they have any to give.
Okay, yes, perfect. And that goes in line with also Michelle's suggestion. So good points on those pieces. Are there any further questions or comments in relation to the motion?
It's Melba. Yes, do they get
Sure, go ahead,
COVID
Melba.
directly? Do the departments get COVID directly? And if they do they have any COVID dollars left over? Because that would be a good exploration that has been suggested, that we reach out for other injections of COVID dollars to go into the food bank.
Yes, so we'll definitely include those pieces. So Anna Cecile, if you could work with our directors to see if there's any additional funds within their budgets to look to help offset these costs as well. Anna Cecile?
Yes, community services for sure has some COVID dollars, and we also have some COVID dollars from the ministry. So we'll work together, and we'll start with the 25, and we'll bring it up if additional funds are needed.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Thank you so much, Anna Cecile, as well as acknowledging Nathan is back. He's having some connection issues. However, Nathan, thank you again. We did get a mover and seconder to support the 25,000 at this time. And if there's additional funds needed, that we would work with all necessary parties to see that further support for the food bank. Are there any further questions or comments in relation to the motion? Okay, seeing or hearing none, all in favor?
Favor.
Any opposed? Seeing or hearing none, motion is carried. Motion to waive second reading.
I'll move.
Moved by Audrey,
I'll
seconder.
Second.
Second by Michelle. All in favor?
Favor.
Any opposed? Seeing or hearing none, motion is carried. Okay, Council, thank you for that motion and for the support to the food bank. Also just wanted to check in with Becky if there's anything further for this portion of the agenda.
No, that's all I have.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Becky. That being said, I will look to a motion to adjourn.
I'll move.
I'll
Hazel.
move to adjourn. I'll second it. Melba.
Moved by Hazel, seconded by Melba to adjourn. All in favor?
Favor.
Any opposed? Seeing or hearing none, motion is carried. Well, thank you so much to everybody for joining us this morning. This is actually our last meeting of 2021. And I really hope that everyone has a very safe and joyful holiday season as we approach Christmas, and wishing everybody a very Merry Christmas and safe Happy New Year. Please take care, and we will see everybody in 2022. Thank you so much for joining, and have a great day.